Hey everyone, it's Kat.
And Amber.
And we are
Wandering Soup Black Lesbian Expats.
And we are packing.
Woo.
So tomorrow we fly. We are leaving Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. We have a long flight ahead of us, about 40 hours altogether. We're going to go from here to Toronto. No, we're not. We're going to go from here to Tokyo. From Tokyo to Toronto, from Toronto to Cancun, from Cancun to Merida. So, what we want to talk about in this video was people ask, how do you pack, what do you pack, and things of that nature. So we're just going to show you exactly what we've packed.
Woo.
How many bags we have per person, things that we've gotten rid of possibly. Just share with you, I guess, our tips and tricks for how we've made it living in slow travel mode. Not on the road, but in slow travel mode for the last year and a half or so with our bags. You ready, Amber?
I'm ready.
You see Amber new hair, y'all? Check it out. She's got that fly color, girl. Anyway, we finna pack. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, everyone. So I wanted to talk to you first about was bags. So we each have a carry-on bag. We each have a big personal bag, and we have our backpack over here. So we basically have 2 bags each, and some extra stuff, if you would call it that. But essentially 2 bags each and a backpack. That's it. That's what we're going to actually get on the plane with today. Now the carry-on is interesting in that I've given up my carry-on and I actually put all of our electronics in there. The kid, he puts his gaming system and his electronics in his, plus some clothes. And then Amber has, she'll show you what's in her carry-on. But for your carry-on, what you want to put in there is anything that can be easily stolen. Any electronics, any camera equipment, gaming systems, anything for your phone, anything for your Fire Stick, you want to put it in here. Any remote controls, you want to put them in here. Batteries, if you can carry them, you want to put them in here. You also want to put your jewelry, your medication, all that should be in your carry-on. If it's not in your carry-on, it should be in your backpack. But you do not put any of those items in the gear that's going to be, or in the luggage that's going to be stowed on the plane. So again, run through. All your electronics go in your carry-on, your medication, anything of personal value to you that it will really hurt you if it was missing or stolen needs to go in your carry-on. Medication should always be on the list. My allergy medication is in here. I also keep some in my backpack. My EpiPen is in my backpack. My Fire Stick is in here. And I'll show you all the rest of the stuff that's in here. And this is my personal big suitcase here that contains my clothes. This one actually contains Quasey's. Amber's bag is in the room because she's still packing. And Quasey's carry-on is in his room because he's still putting some stuff in there. All right, let's get to what's inside. All right, so this is my electronic carry-on is what I like to call it. Everything that's electronic in here, electronics in nature rather. I make up words, electronic words, so. And things that I just don't want to miss are in here. So what I've done though, and some socks too, is I use the available space that's given, and I also use packing cubes. And then you probably going, everything's orange. I like orange. So in my packing cube, there's actually all of my loose electronics so that I don't have to worry about them floating around, if you will. So you can buy packing cubes on Amazon, or you can go to any of the major retailers and find you a set. They generally come in 3, 4, or 5. I think I've seen 6. That means there's like just varying sizes of packing cubes. So inside my packing cube, I have some camera stuff. I have a SanDisk that I had purchased. I have my adapters. You need adapters. I'd say give 2 per person in the family that's traveling, at a minimum 2. Because generally with them, you can, especially with the universal ones, you can plug in a multitude of things. You can do a USB port. You can do your laptop. Maybe you do another plug-in as well. So you definitely need adapters. And so I got everything organized in here. And this was a makeup bag, but I repurposed it because again, I'm trying to fit the small stuff in other stuff so that it doesn't become loose in my luggage. And that way I can organize it. And if I just need it, I know that it's going to be in this case. But I can even put this case inside my closet here or some other, drawer or something once I move in somewhere. I got my fire stick in here. I got a whole bunch of loose ends, plugs, and things of that nature. But anyway, I keep all that in here. That way I'm never worried about where it's at. And again, packing cubes. This is like a medium, I guess. So everything in here, and I'm not finished packing this. I have a few items I gotta put in here. Mainly my clothes that I'm gonna wear once we land in Toronto, because we're gonna do an overnight layover in Toronto, about 12 hours. So I'm gonna put some clothes in here for that. I do have some sleepers in here. And I also have my everyday bag that I typically carry with me. I stuck it in here as well. And I repurposed it and I have stuff inside here as well. And there goes that. So this is my carry-on. Make sure you keep everything in here that you want to make sure stays with you. All right. So this is my big suitcase. This carries my clothes and a few other items that I stuck in here. As you can see, my packing cubes. This is actually coffee because I had to have coffee. And if it comes up short, they take it. I'm not gonna cry about it. Maybe. So that's there. So what I do is I roll clothes. You come on top of this. I roll clothes instead of folding clothes. To me, it just saves space. So everything here is on my clothes. And there's probably about 10 t-shirts in here, 10, 15 t-shirts, about 7 bottoms. There's some socks in here. I think I got a mouse in here. Yeah, that I threw in here. Just because I didn't put it in the other case. And some skirts and things of that nature. But yeah, so what I do is I roll clothes. To me, they're a little bit easier to manage. I take a t-shirt, I fold it in, and then I just roll it. And that is my packing tip when it comes to that. And as you can see, I have a lot of room. Now mind you, I came here with both sides of this full. So I've gotten rid of a lot of clothes if we went on. And as I mentioned in some other videos, if you're a plus size woman or man, or heck, even an average man, being honest, it's gonna be hard to find clothes. So you wanna overpack in that category. Again, more underwear, bras, drawers, whatever you wanna call them. I would err on the plus side of that, bring more. T-shirts, on the plus side again, bottoms. You can eventually find you some stuff, it's just gonna take a while. So, this is my suitcase with clothes. I have me some coffee right here. I got my PJs on this side, and I have room still. And so, I haven't finished totally packing. There's a few extra items that have to go in here, but I got room. So we're good. And this is my big suitcase. Alrighty, so this is my backpack. I purchased this backpack when we first started our journey. Make sure you get a good one. If you're a backpack carrier, some people aren't. It just works for me because we co-work a lot away from the house. So I can throw my laptop in here. I don't have to worry about anything. I got my mouse, my chargers, my extension cords, all that stuff fits in here. So I got one that has a lot of pockets inside and on the outside as well. I have this pocket. I can throw some stuff that I don't mind in case it comes up missing. Thievery happens. And this one, for this trip, I have my mask. I have a couple of masks. I have my earplugs. And I also have a sleeping mask. I have some ink pens in case we have to sign anything once we land. And I have some peanuts because I gotta have nuts. So that's that piece. Inside, what I'm gonna carry on is going to be my laptop. And I like this bag because it has a little strap that will Velcro down so the laptop isn't jostled around as much. I also have my headphones. And I have my cord for my laptop as well. And with this, I'll put my adapter in here as well. So like I said, everybody in our family has 2 adapters. So I'll throw one of mine in here. That way, if I need to charge my laptop while we're waiting to get into the next plane, I can do that. Now, speaking of laptops, I carry a set of earbuds as well. I actually have 2 sets of earbuds, because sometimes I want the big headphones, sometimes I don't. But my laptop, I download some podcasts, I download some music. I also do that on my phone, which will be in here as well. My passport's gonna be in here. It's actually in this side pocket right here. I have a nail file, because my nails tend to break when I'm traveling.
And in case you gotta cut them.
And I have some paws, and I have a few other pieces in here. But this is what's gonna go in my bag. I try not to keep this too heavy because I pull it out while we're on the plane and things of that nature. So I just don't want a lot of stuff in there. So what I don't have in here, I'll have in my personal carry-on or my electronics carry-on. This is the stuff that I'm gonna definitely use while I'm on the plane. I also have my portable hand gaming system in here. My, what's it called? Nintendo? Not a Nintendo. Anyway, whatever it is, I have it in here as well, and that's all that goes in here. Like I said, I keep it pretty light, but again, I also have my allergy meds in here. Again, I mentioned my EpiPen is in here. I'll have some wipes, things of that nature, and I'll have, some snacks that we'll throw in the last minute for our 40-hour flight today, or tomorrow rather. So that is how I pack. Amber's up next. She's going to show you what she packs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So carry on. So I have my clothes, of course, in my carry on, but I also have, because I have a tendency to take on the things that are kind of left over as far as clothes go. So I do take an extra bag in case at the last minute we have to throw some clothes in there before we leave, maybe clothes that didn't get washed, that are dirty, that we have to wash when we get to where we're going. I'll have a separate bag for that. So I'll stick those in there if I need to at the last minute tomorrow. If not, then I just have a bag to carry. But other than that, I have all of my clothes. They're not the neatest like cats, but it works for me. I also have my own little fan. I have to take that with me because needs must. And so another big thing for me is I have my crystals, because I always carry crystals with me, and I tend to put those in my carry-on because I like to keep them close to me. Also things like my supplements, which I do carry supplements with me, like vitamins and things like that. I will have a couple of those in there, but most of those, and I just wanted to make sure everyone was clear on that. Things like oils, which I tend to use and carry, and lotions, even some bottles of supplements that happen to be bigger, because sometimes I carry some bigger ones. Those, as much as I like to keep them in my carry-on, they won't let you take but over so many ounces of liquids, things like that, onto the plane with you. So those I have to put in a really big bag, and I put those in the bag that I check. So just so you know, so you don't have to leave behind all of your oils and your things like that, your lotions, your body rubs, whatever, those have to be checked. But other than that, that's what I have in my carry-on. Now, as for my book bag, so I have weird knees. And so when I sit for long periods, my knees kill me. So I tend to always have one of these, or I wrap. If you have like one of those bands, you can wrap your knee. But that's what I carry, and I usually keep that in my book bag if I don't have it on when I get on the plane. And I have two, so sometimes I might wear one, and I might put the other one in my book bag. So that's what I have for my book bag. And then another important thing that I keep in my book bag, which Kat frowns on, I have a Kindle, but I do keep a print book because I need something to hold. It's nice, it gives me comfort on the plane, and this is a history book on Vietnam that I'm reading. So that will definitely be in my book bag, along with my laptop. And then also I do usually carry papers. I tend to keep like my birth certificate and my kid's birth certificate, any other kind of paperwork that I know that I need, that I might need to scan and send to people or whatever as we're on our travels. I usually keep those in my book bag because I like to keep it very close to me. I don't trust it being in a bag that I check or anything like that. So I keep those safely in my book bag, and that's about it for me. Thanks, y'all.
So that is Amber's bags. And yeah, the bag on top. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's great. Thank you, Amber, for carrying our dirty laundry. Dirty laundry. All right, so you've seen how we pack, what we pack, how we're going to get on the plane tomorrow. Hopefully some of the things that we've shared with you are tips that you can use. Amber wanted me to mention that the nail file that I carry is an emery board. It's not a file, like a metal file. I don't know if anybody really uses those anymore, but emery board is what I meant.
Yes, people do.
I don't. So yeah, so that is our packing tips. We're also going to put our soaps in there for the items that are going to be stored. Remember, you can only do so many liquids and things of that nature. Our toothbrushes are going to go in our backpacks. That's about it, I think. Lotions, oils. We have those little travel size things, so we're going to put a little bit of that just for our layover. But we're pretty much packed. I'm going to pack my V60 for those who are watching. It's going to go somewhere, but it will be on that plane. It will be in that plane. Y'all saw the extra room I had because I threw away some clothes, y'all. Because I was like, I'm taking my V60.
Hey, you got it.
50 pounds, it will be there. Anyway, I am Kat.
And Amber.
This is Wandering Sue. Subscribe, like, share, follow, all those things. We'll see you on the other side when we get to Merida.